Hello and welcome. This is a quick intro video to tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do before we start working together. Who am I? Let's start with the facts. My name is Agnes Kowalski. I'm a mother of two and an online entrepreneur. My background is in psychotherapy. I'm a Polish immigrant. My mother is Jewish and my father was a Polish sailor, so you can imagine what that was like growing up. Good times. We immigrated to Canada when I was 3. Fast forward, I lived in New York for many years, had a lot of my life experiences there, and ended up marrying a Puerto Rican man from the Bronx. When we got pregnant, we moved back to Toronto, where I grew up, and that's where we live now, just outside of Toronto. So what do? I do something that is called mindset work. This is how I'll explain it, and there's a little bit of a story to it. So I felt like as a psychotherapist, someone who is a practitioner, both on the receiving end of therapy and on the giving end of therapy, that there was a place where therapy stopped working for me and stopped working for my clients. That it was amazing for emotional healing, but it was missing like a forward trajectory, like something that would push you forward and help you to stop the continuous programming. And how that showed up for me was I couldn't make I couldn't make beyond a certain income set point. And I wasn't able to change deep-rooted patterns, no matter how much emotional healing I did, Reiki, inner child work, this, that. I couldn't move forward because my subconscious programming and my ego was gripping so tight to my story that I couldn't separate myself from that identity. Enter my journey into mindset work and a deep dive study into the laws of subconscious programming, of attraction, of prosperous living. So what I do now is I help women, people, find wealth in love and money, and most importantly in themselves. So in a tangible sense, what is mindset work? What do we do in that hour that we're together, that 90 minutes that we're together? It's not unlike talk therapy in that we do talk about stuff, but here's where it's different. We start with your goals and desires. And that's something that I'm keeping in mind as we work together, like how to connect you to that goal and desire. So not to get too far off base, but to keep that connected. So the question is, what do you want and why don't you have it right now? Because your current state, your current vibrational state, the current state of your thoughts, the current state of your beliefs is creating the reality that you have now. So it's about sort of looking at what you have now and what you want and what is going to get you there. So we search for the root of your patterns. And then we release the subconscious desire to keep fulfilling those old beliefs and those old patterns and those old stories. And I've had clients, and myself included, who have done tons of therapy, and were never really able to break free from their old stories or old identities. And that's really where mindset work takes you into another level of like aligned action to keep you moving forward towards those goals. While there's emotional healing going on, while there's emotional releasing going on, to set you free, but also to continually move forward. So once we locate the root, we pull it out, we release it, and we decide what we want to replace that with that is more in alignment with your current goals and desires and what you want out of your life. So in a nutshell, I help you self-actualize. I help you come into the most complete version of yourself and the life you desire by removing the thought patterns, the belief systems, and the blocks that are standing in the way of your receiving. So I hope that's clear and gives you a little bit better idea of what we do in our time together, what I do, and a sense of what to expect in our time together. Okay, thanks.